How does it feel to play stadiums like this?
Blessed, grateful, blessed, nothing else. I'm doing it because I love it.
Two are powered for his on-stage sound, and one is powered for the front of house and mic.
All basses are tuned CGCF.
Hello les amis, bienvenue dans cette vidéo assez spéciale comme vous pouvez le voir puisqu'on est au Stade de France à Paris aujourd'hui pour une soirée exceptionnelle avec le groupe System of a Down et le groupe Queen of the Stone Age ainsi que Acid Bath en première partie. Une grosse soirée rock en prévision et on va interviewer des membres de l'équipe ainsi que le bassiste Shavo de System of a Down, une légende, des légendes aujourd'hui dans cette vidéo, vous allez le voir. On va faire un tour par les backstage, on va faire un tour par le rig d'ampli basse de chez Ashdown. Voilà, on va faire un petit tour aussi de la scène et de l'installation, parce que vous l'imaginez, c'est un petit peu spécial ici. Donc on va vous faire découvrir tout ça, c'est parti. Alors là les amis, on est littéralement derrière la scène, on est monté sur la scène. Et donc ce que voient les artistes quand ils arrivent, c'est tout ça. Et déjà à vide, ça fait un drôle d'effet. C'est plutôt un plateau raisonnable en termes de taille aujourd'hui. Pour être honnête, on se sent pas sur un truc démesuré, à ma grande surprise, mais c'est plutôt cool. Petite parenthèse aussi, mais l'ambiance est très cool au niveau de tout le staff, tous les gens qui bossent ici. Personne court, voilà, c'est vraiment très relax. C'est très agréable d'être dans ces conditions. Et comme je vous le disais, les artistes arrivent par là. Donc ce soir, Acid Bath, Queen of the Stone Age et System of a Down, rien que ça. Et imaginez ce que ça doit être avec cette marée humaine, 80 000 personnes dans ce stade. Incroyable. Déjà, rien que d'être là, on sent le vide. C'est dur à retranscrire évidemment en vidéo, mais on se sent happé un peu par le vide, un peu comme si on était au bord d'une falaise. C'est vraiment très cool comme sensation. On va s'intéresser maintenant au matériel de la tête d'affiche de ce soir, de System of a Down, et notamment du bassiste Shavo. On va tout d'abord aller à la rencontre de Dan de Ashdown Amplifiers. Okay guys, we are with Dan today from Ashdown Amplifier. Thank you very much for your time, man. I appreciate it.
It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you, Nico, for having me.
So you bring 4 very special amps for Shavo of System of a Down tonight.
Yes, well, 2 specifically, but they're 2 heads that we've made for Shavo. Well, we've been making Shavo a signature amp for the last, I believe we launched them at NAMM in 2020, these specific ones. 2 1200 ABM heads modified specifically for Shavo with his artwork, inspired by his solo project, 7 Hours After Violet, and the album cover that was done for that.
Okay.
And then moving on with the system stuff, we've been fortunate enough to work with System of a Down as a band since around 2002, 2001. And then properly on stage with them since 2003.
Can you talk a bit about your career at Ashdown Amplifiers?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a bit of an unusual one. Ashdown is a family business. It was founded and started by my father back in 1997. For me, I've not known anything different. Growing up, my father also had another company called Trace Elliott doing a similar thing, which he grew and sold back in 1992. He sold Trace Elliott and then started Ashdown in 1997.
Okay.
Ashdown is my mother's maiden name, family name,
Really?
and we are just a little family business for all intents and purposes. But been very fortunate to establish some incredible relationships over the years. As long as it's a good product, and my father got it right with the ABM, and subsequently it's pretty much the same amp that Shavo is using today that we started with in 1997.
Can we see the amp you bring tonight?
Yeah, definitely.
The amplifiers,
come on over.
actually. So you bring 2 amplifiers, you told me?
Well, yeah, we bought 2 new ones for tonight.
Okay. Because he already had.
Yeah, he already had 2, but various different ones throughout the years. So it's the amplifiers themselves are based on our ABM, which is the Ashdown bass magnifier, but these are the Shavo bass magnifiers.
Okay.
Predominantly, fundamentally, it's a 1200 watt solid state, 2 600 watt power sections, powered by a massive toroidal transformer. You have a 12AX7 variable valve in the preamp,
Okay.
Which blends that clarity of a solid state amp, but with the warmth and richness of a tube amp. valve amp, however you want to say it. Also with the ABMs, which was a feature that we wanted to put on everything, we added a subharmonic generator, which adds an octave lower to what you're playing.
Wow.
As well as some really cool usable features. The onboard compressor, the onboard valve drive, the 9-band EQ, which is switchable and changeable. And yeah, it's just a very versatile amp. Fundamentally, this amplifier also powers Guy Pratt from David Gilmour.
Okay.
It also powers, it used to power Mark King of Level 42 back in the day.
Okay.
Lovingly handmade in England. 3 8x10 cabinets, our Ashdown ABM cabinets using our blue line drivers. Shavo's had these for about 10 years, there or thereabouts. 2 are powered for his on-stage sound, and 1 is powered for the front of house and mic'd. So there is a different EQ that runs the middle cabinet, and then together they create this wall of sound specifically for his on-stage presence. And then there's 1 spare, 2 spares just in case. So there's 4 that have traveled in the rig for the last couple of decades, and now, on stage there's 3 cabinets. There only ever used to be 2 cabinets, but to be able to get the blend correctly for Shavo's presence on stage, for him to feel it, he wanted a little bit more.
That's a question I had. So it can feel the amp even on a big stage like this one.
You'll feel it tonight. Anyone in the front row
Okay, so
will
it's
feel
loud.
the actual...
It's kind of loud.
It's very loud. It's not a quiet stage. A lot of the fashion today is silent stages, and for me, I make amplifiers, so silent stage is kind of our worst nightmare.
Yeah, for me too.
And for a lot of the musicians that we've worked with over the years, it's important to make noise and feel it when you're on stage. And as you'll see tonight, or if you're lucky enough to be going to any of the system dates on this Euro run, it's loud.
And it's good.
Yeah.
Good like this.
You can feel it, they feel it.
Thank you very much, Dan, for your time. I appreciate it.
Pleasure. I make bass amplifiers predominantly, as well as guitar amplifiers, and as long as everyone is happy with what we're making, it's about the product.
Yeah, and we love these products at Tone Factory.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Nico. Cheers.
Have a great night.
And you.
Alors les amis, maintenant on part à la rencontre de Takumi. Takumi, c'est un personnage, c'est une légende des guitares tech, les techniciens guitares, ces hommes de l'ombre qui s'occupent des guitaristes et des bassistes, en l'occurrence aujourd'hui pour Shavo de System of a Down. Il va nous expliquer comment fonctionne la chaîne de son de Shavo, les amplis, un petit peu les basses aussi qui ont été amenées sur cette tournée. Vous allez voir, c'est très simple. Il a travaillé avec la terre entière. Il a travaillé avec ACDC, avec Angus Young de ACDC. Il m'expliquait tout à l'heure comment il avait réglé des soucis de son avec les 8 Marshall, les 8 stacks Marshall de Angus Young. Il travaille avec Tool, il travaille avec Zach Brown, il travaille avec plein d'artistes. Il a travaillé avec Prince aussi, j'allais l'oublier. C'est le monsieur qui récupérait la Telecaster de Prince. Voilà, c'est une légende, quelqu'un de très humble, de très timide aussi. Donc on en profite pour aller tirer quelques petites informations sur le son de Shavo et sur le matériel qui est sur scène aujourd'hui. So now we are here with Takumi backstage. How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great. You?
I'm fine. So let's talk about the signal path.
Yeah. So Shavo has 4 basses. They're all custom Warwick basses. This is his number 1. And he has number 2, number 3, and number 4.
Right.
This one being the newest, but it's just the way that he plays them during the show. And signal comes out of all 4 basses, comes into these Shure wirelesses, 1, 2, 3, 4, goes into this radio unit. It's got bass 1, 2, 3, 4, and output A goes to this, these bass amps, these Shavo custom bass amps, Dan could tell you all about it. So we got main, left and right, which drives cabinet 1 and 3, and output 2 goes to the center head, drives cabinet in the middle. 2.
Because the EQ is different.
Yeah, for the mics.
Okay.
And the other 2 are spares. And
Great.
coming back here, we got output 4 goes to this preamp. So Shavo could have amp sound in his bass, in his ears, and EQ it to his liking.
Okay.
Yeah, so front of the house gets a direct bass sound out of this JX44, and he also gets the preamp sound out of the preamp.
Pretty simple.
Yeah, it's the easiest rig.
No effects, nothing.
No effects, nothing. He's never had them, and this is it. This is all he
Beautiful.
needs. Yeah. He only has one tuning,
All right.
CGCF,
Okay.
and that's it. All basses are tuned CGCF.
I think he's using a special string set.
Yes. These are all Ernie Ball. Shavo's 50 to 125. He used to. He told me he used to just take a 5-string set and then just throw away the G, and then use it. It makes it a 4-string, you know. For
Yeah,
heavier.
that's it. So heavy gauge.
Nowadays, you can just call and say, "Hey, I want this."
Alors les amis, maintenant direction les entrailles du Stade de France, puisqu'on va descendre au sous-sol, où il y a carrément une mini-ville qui est installée ici aujourd'hui pour ce concert, avec des loges évidemment, un catering géant, des salles de massage, des salles médias où il y a carrément des gens qui travaillent, qui sont une petite dizaine sur les ordinateurs pour faire de l'image aujourd'hui, des enregistrements, etc. Une salle de répète également, une warm-up room qui est très très cool pour System of a Down, qui est tout équipé. Ça leur permet de jouer un petit peu avant le concert, de s'échauffer. Et surtout, tout de suite, on part à la rencontre de Shavo, le bassiste de System of a Down, qui est un personnage très atypique, un vrai artiste complet. Il est peintre, il est designer lumière, c'est lui qui s'occupe de tout le light show de System of a Down depuis des années. Il a aussi designé ses basses qui sont magnifiques, les basses Warwick, ses amplis. C'est vraiment un artiste très complet et quelqu'un de passionnant. On y va tout de suite. All right, guys, so we are with the legend Shavo from System of a Down. Thank you very much for having us.
Of
I
course.
really appreciate it.
I can't wait for you guys to see the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah.
Yeah, as I said to Dan from Ashdown earlier, it's you really created the soundtrack of a generation.
Yeah, that means a lot to hear you say.
I was listening to System in the bus when I went to school.
Give me my cane. Give me my... I'm getting old. Yeah.
No, but really, it means a lot to me to be here today.
Thank you. Thank you.
So let's talk about the very beginning of the band. I heard that you played in another band, but not for a long time. You've been playing bass for like...
Bass-wise, yeah. From like 12, I played guitar. And there was a time where I started forming bands. And I just couldn't find a bass player that played kind of the vision I had that a bass player was at the time, right? They either were trying to dominate the guitar, right? Because they were like Les Claypool fans or Jocko fans, you know? Or they were just picking up the bass. I didn't find that guy in the middle that like played kind of like how I play, you know, or like a Cliff, like someone that meat and potatoes, like he stood out, but he didn't stand out because he was trying to stand out. He just stood out because he was carrying the band, carrying the song. It's about the song, right? It's not about being the bass player that everybody sees. It's about being the bass player everybody hears because they like it carries the song a certain way. Anyhow, so at some point I said to myself, I'm just gonna have to sacrifice the guitar and start playing bass. And so I didn't have any money. I had to give in my bass, my guitar amp. I took it to a store, and then I got a bass for it. I traded in the Randall. It was the old Randall Badass. I feel so bad because I can't find that anywhere. It was a half stack. I gave that in, and I got a Ibanez sound gear at the time, like this neon lime, not lime. It was teal, like a greenish blue with gold, everything. It was weird, but anyways, I did it, and I started playing bass. So, and then I joined a couple of bands. It was just like, played a day and another, and I didn't like it, and then I was in this one band called Roswell, who actually, the guys have another band, they're called Hell 55, and they're out right now. They're playing shows, and it's so good to see those guys, because they were so cool. This guy named Sean and Ron, and they were really nice guys. Anyway, so I was playing with them when in a studio when I had some friends playing in the same complex. And they were all in different bands, and they were cool. And I would finish rehearsing with my boys, and then I would go hang out with them. Okay. And as I hung out with them, I met Darren. I knew Darren from school, but then he came to try out for this other band that my friend was in, and my friend invited me over and said, I want you to hear this guy. And I heard him and they asked me what I thought. I go, dude, this guy's amazing. Like, you gotta get rid of that guy and bring this guy and have him do everything. And then that's what happened. And then Darren came into the picture. And then after that, this other band was formed called Soil. That's where Darren, Serge, and 2 other people.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was the very beginning.
It was the very beginning. And then they asked me to manage them.
Okay.
They were like, dude, you know how to speak, and I could sell anything I love. You know what I'm saying? Okay. If I loved ice, an Eskimo, I could sell him ice, right? And it just went from there, and then they imploded. A few of the members came out, and they wanted me to play for them, and I was surprised. I was like, bro, I just started playing bass. Okay. And they were like, no, but Darren was like, yeah, but you fit the mold, like you're our vibe as a musician and as a listener of music and how I saw art and how I saw everything else. But I didn't want to, because I knew the bass player, so I didn't want to take his place. Yeah. So I said, why don't we just start a new band? And that's how System was born.
Wow, yeah. Crazy. Yeah. And so 30 years later, you're still on stage together?
Yeah,
almost 30 years.
Over 30.
Over?
We started in 94.
Oh, right.
Our album came out in 98, but the band started at the end of 94, 95. Our first show was May 28th, 1995. So we just played a show in Mexico on May 28th. So we still have been 31 years on stage.
That's great.
Yeah.
Great.
Crazy, right? 31 years, bro. What the fuck? Yeah. It's wild. I still feel like I'm 27, so I don't know what anyone's thinking.
And 30 years later, how does it feel to play stadiums like this?
Blessed. I couldn't make it up. You know what I mean? Grateful, blessed, nothing else. I'm doing it because I love it, and there was a gap we weren't doing it, and I'm so happy that the band is like back in love with each other, and we're doing it because we're having fun, because it's never been about anything else. It was about being together and enjoying each other. And when there was a time that it wasn't happening, it wasn't happening. We just said, we're not going to do it. But now that have the same mind state, and I'm happy as fuck.
That's cool.
I get to enjoy it with my family. You saw my kids and stuff.
Yeah.
So I get to now. We're traveling together. I brought my entire family on this European tour for 30 days. The kids are everywhere. It's crazy.
That's cool.
But it's great. Yeah, I mean.
It's another school. It's school of life.
Oh yeah, dude. It's crazy.
Special life.
They get to be all over the place and see the world in a different way, So.
And let's talk about your artistic visions, because you do pretty much everything. I mean, the lights, the basses. So when did you start to think like an artist? I mean, not only a musician.
I always drew. Like ever since I was a kid, I used to draw a lot. And I had seen Kiss. I would draw Kiss's makeup all the time and everything. I was like 5 years old drawing Kiss perfectly, and my parents were like, wow, what is that?
It comes from that.
I always drew. I always saw things differently, and I had I have this thing that I thought everybody had it, but I guess it's called synesthesia, which is like you relate colors and senses with each other. I've always seen music, like I see colors for every letter, for every number. If words have colors and music has colors, and when I read, I see colors. It's weird. So that, I guess, has a part to do with it, maybe. I don't know. But I always saw with colors, and I explain with my hands, and I've seen always, visually, I've seen things when I hear music, I see a video. I see it. That's why when I started directing videos for a system I had never trained, I just did it. They just gave me the opportunity, and I directed Toxicity. I was like, there we go. There's my idea. Let's make it happen. And I was there. It was like jumping in the ocean and not knowing how to swim. But I doggy paddled my way into doing the breaststroke, being able to swim. And that's how pretty much I've done everything in my life, bro. You manifest it and it happens. So you just gotta be consistent with everything you do. So, naturally the basses, when I was given the opportunity to design basses, I had ideas, I always have fucking ideas. And finally found a company that was like, I love his ideas, let's make it happen. Let's evolve with him. Yeah, Warwick. I used to play the basses I used to play Gibson, and we went as far as to produce a 76 bicentennial body, new, you know, so I would do that. And I would have the mirror on there because that was the most they would do, is like put the mirror for the pick guard. And then I would use the lights to like, you know, do some shit with, you know, reflecting the lights on stage. But that got a little boring. And then when I met these guys, I mean, they were just like, so we were able to do all sorts of cool designs, you know?
Yeah, let's talk about this one first.
So this was my second, was this first? No, this was the first bass, yeah. I've always been fascinated with like Tiffany and stained glass churches, windows and shit. So I wanted to make it look like it was a church window. So they did this crazy. So you can see in the back, they'd never finished, but so this material that's under the lacquer makes this look like it glows and shines when the light hits it. That's why it has that gloss. It's very heavy. But yeah, so that's what it started off, you know, put little lights, and then yeah, it just kind of was the first thing I did, and it made a lot of sense, and it's still one of my favorites.
Okay, so you play it a lot.
I do, I love it. It doesn't have the fretboard I like, the back, because it's lacquered. I like them, I'll show you those, but I still play it all the time because it just sounds so meaty. It's very ballsy, you know. So this was the second one. This was me, I'm really, I have a thing with the solar system as well. Like, for example, the Toxicity video at the end, the Secret Silence, we turn it, like the fans who are spinning round and round, turned into the solar system. So I thought of that, and then I was in this car, and the ceiling had this. I don't want to mention what car, but so the ceiling had that. So I was like, put it to the bass, right? So they did it. And I was like, how cool are they for being able to do it? And then the way they did the wood, if you go deep, it kind of looks like a solar system, like the Milky Way.
Yeah.
But it's in the wood grain.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not paint.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actual wood. So, yeah.
The finish is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Yeah.
It's perfect.
I love it. And it's not too many. It's just, you know, it's nothing too much. You know, you can't overdo things. You can't overdo art. There's a lot more in less than in more, you know?
It's the same with the music.
Yeah, exactly. There's quality in less, you know?
Let's talk about another one.
Oh, yeah, let's go. So this is the third one, I think. So again, it's about the finish and the colors. This is called solar reflector because it reflects light.
Yes.
So when lights hit it, it changes color. All of these change color. So right now it's kind of dark in here. You can't really see it.
Is it carved?
No,
The bits?
it's not at all. But it looks like it is, right? It has an optical illusion. So all of them have a little light. So the reason why I use this is not to show off on stage. This is so I could see see it's on the side. It's not like in the center. So I could see it on the side on stage. We used to put glow-in-the-dark tape. So I went from that into actually having lights from the side, because I start songs and it's dark on stage sometimes when the lights are off. So that's where that comes from. So all right, let's go to number 4. So 4, this is heavy. This is the heaviest one. So I wanted to make dragon scales, but then anytime you put dragon scales out and I didn't want to hurt my hand, you know, because it would be like a cheese grater, right? So and then the color comes from this restaurant that I really love in Las Vegas. It's a Chinese place, right? And it's called Wing Lei. So it's called Wing Lei. The base is called, and it's got that green and gold and dragons, and it has that whole Chinese
and it's under
energy. It's under, yeah. So there's like epoxy on it.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it heavy. Like, you got to look at it from close up if you can. It's pretty cool. And that one has again from the side, guys. From this.
That's great.
So yeah, this is really cool. It's very pretty. It's done really well. We had an issue with this area because you had to put all the electronics in this area, right? So, but they found a way. It was all black here. I said, no, I'll get rid of the black. And they made it like that dark green, which I really love.
Looks good.
And let me show you what I was meaning. Like the back, you see how it's done here? It's smoother and it's wood instead of having a thick finish on it.
Slides.
Yeah, it slides better because sometimes I put it from up here to down here instead of playing only on these. I'll play one note all the way down here if I feel like it because of the sound of that string. You know, I use a B string for my C.
Yeah.
And then this is the new one. I played it one show. I just dropped this today. online.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I showed it. It's called Violetta. And it's a take on the first bass that I did, which was the Cathedral. And it has the whole Armenian church rising up like a phoenix. Because, you know, we've been beat up as a nation and all this stuff, and our churches have been burned and buried. And so I just thought, like, what if, like, it came out supernatural, you know? And so we did the lights, like coming, shining, you know, yeah. It's cool. It's getting better, crazier and crazier, yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it looks like it's, you know.
What material it is?
This is like a liquid metal that they used, so it's very heavy again. Yeah, and then this is transparent. It's epoxy again, just like that, but they put LEDs behind the color. And the color I just loved. I wanted to use some of the solar reflector bases colors, and my other band, 7 Hours After Violetta, you know,
Okay.
having fun with shit. I have already the idea for the next bass coming up, so the 6th bass is already coming. Warwick, you hear me?
You're always working.
It's coming. Yeah, we already know what it is. But I'm gonna have fun with this tonight here in Paris. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. And then the picks, we have the new picks coming up. You seen these? So I've been using that as my art.
I
thing
saw
too.
the pic.
So
Earlier this-
every country, every city, I have a new pick design where I use somebody famous from that country or city, and I throw my beard on them.
They're awesome.
Marseille,
I've been seeing
Marcel.
them all. I'm following you on Instagram.
Yeah,
It's just
and then I hide them all over the city, and then I show the thing, and people go and find them.
Really?
Yeah, it's great. I hide them everywhere, and I show them.
jump in
Oh, yeah.
and say hello. We've been talking a lot about Warwick, and not that I'm getting jealous.
No, let's talk about Ashdown.
But yeah, I mean,
I met this guy in like 2001. So I met a little young pup, and he came up to me, and you know, his dad ran the business, and he told me, you know, he has this amplifier. He had one with him. Did you have one with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an
And-
ABM 900.
Yeah, and he told me about how it worked, and it made sense. I said, that's the coolest thing I've heard, because there was 2 volume knobs. You could get the warmth. It was half tube, half hard state, which is what caught my, that was the number one
It was
thing.
and the reliability. Of
The
it.
reliability was insane, but the fact that like I can make it powerful with the hard state, as powerful as I want. But then if I want to raise the warmth, because I love playing with my fingers and also pick, so you can really get the sound you really want.
With the variable valve in the
Yeah.
frame, it was honestly, I just want to say thank you.
Of course.
For everything.
No, bro, you made my sound better, where I'm comfortable and I'm stuck with them. And of course, companies have come to me and been like, we'll do this. Well, I'm like, nah, dude, I got the ideal company and guy. Now he runs it. You know what I mean? It's a family business, and we're a family.
We are. And
Yeah, and he's become like a little brother.
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
always important.
Yeah, so we're very loyal, and you, dude, if it ain't broke, I ain't fixing nothing. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
Yeah. And I think
and-
now we're making some heads.
Yeah, the
Some-
signature 1200,
Yes.
Design
which
too.
is
Yeah.
an artist edition based off the artwork from the
The
7
Violetta
hours of
vibe,
the-
7 hours. Yeah.
completely.
You're about to see a crazy show.
I cannot
See
wait.
that set? You can't show the set, but look,
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
pretty nuts. Yeah.
It
29
is. I mean, the way
songs.
it's
29 songs. Yeah. This is, you know, and we don't talk a lot anymore. We
No,
just
just get
fucking
through it.
blast through each one. Yeah.
it's
crazy.
gonna get mental.
Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
and
Dan,
thank
for
you,
dropping
Shavo.
All right, guys. So thank you very much for your time.
Thanks for thank you so much
appreciate
for
it.
letting me,
And
you know, explain
enjoy-
myself.
Enjoy the show.
Oh, it's gonna be killer. I'm gonna change right now. We got 15, 20 minutes till I've gotta change and get it going. All right, amazing.
Very much.
Appreciate you, man.